tips and tricks on how to use starter frames. I'm going over the 3 starter frames and frames that you get early. This time, Excalibur, the poster boy of Warframe. And just ignore the weird scarf, I don't have standard Excalibur anymore, just ignore it. What can Excalibur do? First of all, he's a pretty offensive frame, and you will see this in how he plays. Your first ability dashes towards enemies and slashes them. While you're dashing, you're invulnerable to damage. Just like many frames where you have abilities like that. It does pretty significant damage, but I have a pretty good build on it. If you don't do that much damage, don't be afraid, you'll get to that. Also, if you have a bunch of enemies grouped up, sometimes, not reliably, you dash from enemy to enemy, cutting them in half in succession. Not reliable, sadly. Your second ability is Radial Blind. For me it's Radial Howl, but it does the same. It blinds enemies, and then you have increased melee damage. Hold on, let me just remove my sentinel. Annoying thing. And you can get a free finish on them, which means really good damage. And the range is also not bad. Next ability, Radial Javelin. Stabs the ground and hits enemies with swords. Not that effective. I do have a strength build on here and it still doesn't do too much damage, but just go with it. And finally we come to the fourth ability, which will be the most used thing of Excalibur, Exalted Blade. You pull out a Exalted Blade out of your hand, which constantly drains your energy, and if you cut with it, it sends out those Exalted Blades that just go along the path. And also, you automatically block fire from the front, which really helps with surviving with him. Tricks to using him, like I already said, invulnerability while you do your slash dash. The howl or blind can get a really big damage boost to your melee weapon. Your javelin blinds or stuns enemies for a short moment, so that can be useful. And your Exalted Blade has a hidden blind in it. If you do a slide attack, you blind enemies at the end, which of course uses energy, and it's just quickly blinding. It costs less energy than the normal blind, but it also has less range. That's Excalibur, pretty easy to use, just activate your 4 and go to town with your melee. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one.